guys, welcome back on the channel. On today's Blood and Crowns workshop, we're gonna see the melee sequence from the charge to the actual hand-to-hand combat after the charge. So we have here a unit of French veteran foot. There are 12 bases, they have 12 miniatures. They have a melee of 6 and defense of 6. They have a resolve of 6 and a defense against shooting of 6. The special rule is Polearms, and we're going to do this. Polearms gives, if attacked, gives a negative modifier of a +1 to the hit number of the opponent. The other unit is a 6-base unit of English veteran man-at-arms, and their defense from shooting is 5, their melee attack and defense is 5, and the resolve is 5. These guys have plate armor, giving them the rule of defense 1, and they have pole axes, giving them the rule of powerful 1. So let's draw and see who will be activated first. So we have the ace of diamonds and the 4 of spades. If we go to the quick reference sheet and see the precedence, we see that the spades for the English have precedence. Now, being a veteran troop, the English get 2 actions. The English decide to be the active unit, and the French will be the defended unit. So let's see how this will work. The distance is it's 5 inches. That means that the English have to use 2 actions to reach. One will be the first move, and there will be the charge attack move. We know that the foot has 4-inch move, and being 5 inches, unfortunately, they have to use both commands, both actions, because they cannot reach 5, so 1 move and then the charge attack. So the English have 2 actions, and 1 action will be used for the move, and the other action will be the charge attack, because, as I said before, they are outside their movement range of 5, the movement range is 4, so they cannot reach with 1 charge attack move the French. So the English attack, and now we have to roll the dice. Before we roll the dice, we need to check, obviously, if there is any defensive reaction. We don't have any defensive reaction. If it was a missile troop of longbows or crossbows, they have the defensive reaction special rule. Pikes have, if they're braced, have a defensive reaction, as you see in a previous workshop. But polearms don't have a defensive reaction, but they add a +1 negative modifier to the defense, to the attack of the English. So 6 dice for the English, they hit with a +5, but because they're fighting polearms, they need to hit with a +6. That's the negative bonus that the polearms give. So the English roll a terrible hit: 5, a 4, a 1, a 1, a 5, and a 4, a 3. They would have had 2 hits if the polearm special rule was not activated, but now they have 0 hits because they need to hit with a 6. Obviously, we're going to use a favor, and the favors of the English are going to reduce to 2, and we're going to re-roll because this would have been a terrible. So this is a little bit better roll. As you can see, it's a 0, it's a 7, another 7, and another 0. So the favor worked, and the English re-rolled, and you have 4 possible hits. Now, the French veteran foot have a defense of a 6, and they need to reach 6 and above. Now, the powerful one of the English, something that it's not really clear in the rules. The powerful one of the English is basically a special rule that activates only if your opponent has a defense 1. We consider that the English are powerful enough to create damage to lower, less armored troops. So what the powerful one does is, when your opponent has a defense 1, then it's activated and it negates the extra die that helps you defend. With the defense 1, you get an extra dice to defend the wounds have been inflicted, the possible hits that have been inflicted to you. So the powerful one here doesn't activate, doesn't have, it's not applicable because there is no defense one of your opponent. So this is how powerful one works. I don't think it's clear in the rules. It negates the defense one. It shows that your weapon is strong enough to negate the strength of your opponent's armor. Otherwise, it's not applicable. It has no meaning. So now the French will have to roll with a +6. They're veteran. And they defend 1, so they have 3 hits. So 3 hits for the French. So we put the casualty marker and we put 3 hits for the French. The French now will have to roll and check what will happen, how many fatigue points they will get. So we have 3 hits plus the resolve die. So we have to roll above. Footmen have a resolve of 6. We need to roll above 6 in order to avoid any issues. So the French roll, well, they save 2, but they fail another 2. So they get 2 fatigue points. That would mean a -1 action in their next activation. A -1 action in the next activation. As you can see from the table, this is a -1 starting action. Now the French could have fought back if they added another fatigue, but they cannot actually do this because this will bring them to a shaken state, and no unit can voluntarily become shaken. If they have 1 fatigue point, they could have added another and fought back the English, because when attacking in your opponent's activation, you need to add a fatigue point. So this is the French becoming fatigued. There is no melee reaction. They're not pushed back because only shaking units are pushed back. So this is where we stop and we finish the action of the charge attack. Now let's go and see that it's the French are you play the game, you play the round, and the time comes for the French commander to decide to activate his veteran men-at-arms, and he decides to he draws an ace of diamonds, and it's his turn to activate. And the ace of diamonds, as we know, it gives to veteran units 3 actions. So the French have 3 actions. Now the battle continues. As we said, the French are activated with an ace of diamonds, and they have 3 activations. The ace of diamonds gives to veteran troops 3 actions. Now the French, we know, have a -1 action because they're double fatigued. So 1 action is removed already. They cannot perform it. Even if they rally, and that's what they have to do now, they cannot add this action. It will be recovered in the next activation. So 2 actions already for the French, and now they have to roll 2d6. That will be the first action, will be to rally and to reduce their fatigue. Why they want to do this, and what's the reason they want to reduce the fatigue? Because with 2 fatigue points, very easily you can get another fatigue and become shaken and get pushed back. So I will use my 1 action to rally the unit. So let's rally and see what's going to happen. Let's try and remove some fatigue points. At least the French can be more robust in this hand-to-hand combat. So we roll 3 dice. The French have a resolve of 6. They're veteran foot, and they roll a 0. They roll a 5. And they roll a 9, so they remove both fatigue points and they become fresh. Fatigue is removed. That's great for the French, and 1 action is gone. Now we have our last action that the French are going to use to attack the English. So let's start now with the French who are attacking. We have 12 dice, but because they have 3 hits, they will roll 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice, and the veteran foot, as you can see the card, needs 6 to hit. There's no negative modifiers, there's nothing there. So let's see. So let's have 1, here 5 and 5, actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible hits against the English. They're not going to use their favor. The roll is quite good, I think. Not required to roll a favor. Now, the English have to defend. The English, we know that they have the defense 1. They have very good armor. So they're going to use one more die to save the 6 hits. So they're going to use 7 dice. This is the bonus they get for the good armor to save 6 hits. So the English are a veteran infantry, veteran men at arms, and they save, as you can see in the card, with a 5. So we have a 6, 7, 3, a 3, a 5, a 1, and a 2. Now this is a terrible, terrible roll because we save basically 3, and we have 3 hits. Now, do we need to use another favor to try to re-roll 3 hits? It's a good question. I'm not going to use another favor. I'm going to use 3 hits. Anyway, these hits don't count now in the attack that the English would possibly do. We consider the battle, the hand-to-hand combat is simultaneous. They will count in the next activation of the English. I would have used a favor, but we've seen this, how it works. So let's proceed with our game. So the English roll, and we have 3 hits. So let's put them. So 3 hits against the English. Now the English will roll for resolve to see if they will get fatigued. 3 hits, it's 3 resolve dice, 3 die basically for resolve, and 1 the resolve die. We need to roll above 5. The English are veteran men at arms, and let's see what's going to happen, and let's see if I was right or wrong. So 8 and a 7 and 1 and a 2. This is 2 fatigue points. If we check the fatigue table, as you can see now, 2 fatigue points means -1 starting action, but it means that I cannot push the English to fight back because they will become shaken, and no unit can voluntarily become shaken. So I will use my resolve, my favor now, and re-roll the resolve. Actually, use a better strategy. So again, second time using a favor, 1 favor remaining for the English, and let's roll and see. And this is the same exactly. No, actually 5, no, the 5, I have a 5, yes, 5, correct. So the English save 3, and they have 1 fatigue. So the English gain 1 fatigue only, 1 fatigue point, and that means they will have no minus action, just 1 fatigue point. Now the English will fight back. They want to fight back. They want to attack the French. And when a unit attacks their opponent in their activation, they need to add 1 fatigue. As we said, a unit can never voluntarily become shaken. So the English will go to 2 fatigue points. This would mean they will have a -1 starting action in the next activation, but now they can attack the French back. So the English have 6 dice. We said that the wounds that inflicted to them don't count in this melee. So 6 dice, they need to hit with the 5. They are a veteran troop, and let's see, they need 5s, and they roll terrible, 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 terrible. Only, I rolled 6, yeah, 6, excuse me, yes, only 2 hits, and I'm going to use a third favor to reroll these dice because these are terrible. Only 2 out of 6 with a roll of 5. It's terrible. So another favor out. As you can see, no more favors for the English. And let's see if this is going to be better. And it's the same. 1, 2, 3 hits. So 3 favors are wasted above 5. So 3 hits, possible hits against the French, who are veteran foot, and they have to defend with a 6. So let's see the French defending with a 6, and they defend, they have 2 and 1 hit. 1 hit against the French, 1 successful, and 2 hits against the French, and they will go at 5. I'm not going to reroll, although I could have, because I want to show you if we have a pushback how it works. So let's see, the French have 2 hits and 1 save. That means they will go to 5. And now they will roll for fatigue. 2 hits, so we'll roll 2 dice for each hit and 1 the resolve die. So here are the 2 dice for the 2 hits and the resolve die. They need a 6 and above again, the veteran foot, to save. And they have a 5 and a 5 and a 6. So 2 fatigue points for the French, and 1 save. That means they have a -1 action in the next round. So let's see how the battle develops. So 2 fatigue points for the French, and the battle is finished. There is no more actions to be taken. If anybody takes an action, especially the English attack again, they will become shaken. Every unit can never voluntarily become shaken. So 3 wounds, 3 casualties, and 2 fatigue points for the English, 5 casualties and 2 fatigue points for the French from these 2 rounds of melee, the charging of the French, of the English, and the fight back of the French. A battle that will continue ongoing. There was no pushbacks. If one of the units, for example, if the English became shaken or if the French became shaken, they would have been pushed back 4 inches. And the English would have an option either to follow up, so push them back, or they would have an option to sustain and just move 1 inch as a final action, but without keeping contact with their opponents. So anyway, guys, this is from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this charge and then melee workshop. Let me know if you want other parts of the rule to be showcased here on the channel. A big battle, as you can see, is coming. It's already set up. Hopefully I can start it tomorrow and then finalize it during the week. A lot more of stuff to see. Let me know if you want any clarifications on the rules. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for the support of the channel, and bye-bye.